Hey crafty friends, welcome back to the Old Paper Lady. I'm Lori. If you're new here, hi and welcome, and thank you for joining us. We're gonna try to finish up our wrap around the page altered envelope that we started yesterday. I did find a few pieces. I thought I had, let's see, I found some rose pieces to go on this, so I thought we'd put them on there. Try to use that up and try to get this done today. I just want to dust around this here just a little bit. Don't want to do it too much, but so I'm going to put that little rose right there on here. I think that's going to be cute. And then we'll try to get our other pieces done today. Get the rest of these pieces done up. So I'm collecting a pile of stuff over here to my side again to do. Seems like as soon as I get some of it done up, I pull out some more. And it's storming in our area, so that's going to be one side of it. I think that's going to be really pretty. So it's storming a wee bit in our area tonight. And I'm just noticing that there tape doesn't want to stay stuck down, so we'll put a little bit of glue on that, and that'll be fine. Alright, so we need to ink around these. Get our pulls put on them. And I got a few more things pulled out for us. See, I think it goes this way. That's the way I'm wanting it. And I'm just going to open these up and put my stick glue on them. Just mainly because it is that 20-pound copy paper. And I'm afraid if I put my liquid glue on it, that it is going to just make a mess. So I'm just going to fold that like that. And I think that's going to be pretty. Put a little bit of ink around it just in case we didn't get it lined exactly straight, but I think we did pretty good on that one. And I think that's the piece I wanted to go down inside of it. So then we just put that pull on it and it'll work. And this is the one that goes on this side down in here, so we got to ink that and get our pull on it. And I was thinking I may cut that top one that's going to go behind this down just a little bit, because I think it's going to stick up way too far. It's going to go way above the page, and I don't want that, so. Whoopsie. Let's not glue the back side of it. Alright, so we're just going to put this here in the middle. Do a little bit of ink just in case. So then that is going to go down in here. Like that. Ooh, I love that. That looks good. You know what we didn't do? We didn't ink this envelope, not none. We didn't ink the envelope at all. I just noticed that. So let's ink it up. Yeah, I got home from work. We ate. I'm getting ready to get my cleanup shower and got out, and I was like, what is that racket? And it, I mean, you know, we live in a house. You know, it has like a shingle roof and all that. and it was just pouring the rain. And it was making just the awfulest racket. But we're supposed to be getting storms off and on up until I think like 4 o'clock in the morning. So I may be sitting here working on some stuff after I get my hour video done tonight. And that's going to look great. So get our sample page out. And I think I'm going to leave it just so I fold it backwards like that so you can see where I'm talking about. Putting it right at the bottom of your paper, of your page, and leaving this overhang a little bit so it's like a tab. Just so when you fold the paper and how close, whatever page it is, how close it is to the middle. You don't want to hinder the fold of your page and make your page bulk up. So that's what I'm doing that for. Alright, so that's that. Now these here, this I pulled out to go on this just because I thought it was pretty, and then you could put it in any journal, but you could also use it in a red rose, you can use it in a yellow rose, a pink rose, and you can use it in like a bluish journal as well. So I thought that'd be pretty, and I'm going to leave that edge. I just need to do the roundy bits on this one. And this was one of the extra pieces that we had yesterday. So like last night I was just sitting here and I was looking through my flowers and I was like, I want yellow roses on that. Because eventually I'm going to do a yellow rose journal. I don't know when, but eventually it's going to happen. I just got to get my stuff printed to get it done. Let's see. That's one piece. So now I'm thinking to use this piece here to go behind on this page. So when we put it in there, it'll have the rose sticking up, and I like that. And that'll fit good on the page. And then we'll just have this as a journal card in itself. And I'm thinking about putting one of those French pictures on that from that Leonard Studio kit. That's what I'm thinking. And then this is the one that goes behind on this side. So it'll be a little bit over like this, because remember we're going to have this here about 1/4 of an inch as a tab. So then it'll be glued from here to there. And that'll be our journal card on this side. I don't know if I want to put anything on it or not. It looks quite busy. It may need a focal point, and I don't know. I'm thinking about just leaving it as is and putting it in, you know, in with the envelope, and then whatever journal I put it in. So like it'll go like this on the page. So then whatever journal I put it in, if it has fussy cuts and stuff, you know, then I can put the fussy cut that matches the journal kit on that. And that's what I'm thinking. But that's what it's going to look like on the page, because this will be glued here. Okay, let's leave that out. So then I'm just going to take and lay that to the side. That's ready. No, actually, where did that piece go that I was just working with? Oh, was I going to put this on here? I don't know. I done got confused now. I need to put this piece back. I may put that on that tag, because I want a smaller piece to go behind on this side. And it'll stick up like that. Because, see, this is going to be way too long for that. And I don't want to lose any of that. So then this can be like, you know, a page flip out is what I'm thinking. That would make a really good, you know, like a half a page flip out off of a book page or something like that. That's my thinking on that. But we're going to ink that up here in a minute. We'll fix that too. Oh yeah, you can hear stuff howling outside right now. So if you see my lights flicker or whatever, it's, you know, because of the storm. It's supposed to start downpouring again here about 12:30. So let me see if I can't get me a video going. Get that done before, because I think about 1:30 or so, it's supposed to be really bad. Thunder and lightning and all of this and that. Then my dog will start barking. As soon as it starts lightning, he starts a boy. So I want that like this right here. Ooh, that's going to be pretty. And I'll put us a label up here. Yep. Because I decided to put that on that big piece last night. So, you know, that's how from day to day stuff changes. It just does. The way it looks, the way I feel. You know, if I'm not too tired and I can visually see it, you know, in a journal, that has a lot to do with how I decorate and what goes where and when and how. I mean, really, truly it does. Depending on how tired I am, what kind of middle mood I'm in, you know, all that looks good. I like that a lot. And so then that'll be peeking up behind that right there. Yes, ma'am. I like that. Okay, let's get us, what we want to put on you. I want a butterfly on it. That's what I want. But where's my butterflies? They in here. This is some of my paper flowers. Oh, that's some of those paper flowers by Recollections. I put all those together. These are some that I stamped out myself and made paper flowers. Those are cute. Different sizes. Then I've stamped some of these, or I'm saying stamped, but punched out the circles and then put the little butterflies on them. I thought that was cute. Okay, I want a butterfly. I want a butterfly. Where's my butterfly box? Way up on the top. I forgot I rearranged in there, and my butterfly box was way up on the very top of my extra shelf. So this is how I build my flowers. So I've got a bigger punch, I got, you know, a medium, you know, and then I just poke holes through them, and I have little stuff here. And look, there's all of those. I need to put them in my butterfly box. Let's see. Let's put that black one on there. That would be cute, wouldn't it? Ooh, look at that. And it's got, I like that one better. Then I've got some of these little punches where it has, let me get one where you can see it pretty decent. I've got some of these punches where it embosses. It does like the embossing. So if you can see that, the middle. Then I've got a whole rose flower embossed and stuff like that. But yeah, this is my flower making station here. Wow. So most of the time, like, I'll take a pretty piece of paper and just punch it. Especially if I've used it a couple of times, I'll take and just make it punches. Especially those pads where you get, like, you know, 2 or 3 or 4 of the same paper in it. Then I even got the little blings to put in the middle of my flowers. But yeah, I forgot I had those butterflies in there, so let me take these out of this box and put them in there with those. There we go. with all of that mess. Anyways, that's my flower and butterfly station stuff. Okay, so if you can see on this butterfly, it has, looks like little green polka dots on it. And I think that will best be the cutest thing on there. And we're going to put a little bit of blings on him. I don't know if I got green ones. That would be super cute, wouldn't it? Let's see what we got up here. I'm going to have to take every... If we ain't got the green ones, we'll put that on it. I got big green ones. I don't think I got green. I got green up there in the Christmas stuff. Nope. No, I have red. I got red. Oh, shucks. Well, I've got every color in this bucket but green. Every color you can think of. Would you know it? Every color but green, sure enough do. You see, I've got these bigger greens, but that's way too big. Way too big. Okay. We'll use that. Whoops, and I got one of them open. We'll put them in the other ones back. Oh my goodness. You're going back in here because I said you was. Okay, there we go. Ain't no telling what just fell out of the back of that little box down behind it. Okay. Whew. Sorry. But I had to find my little blingies. I think I'm going to put them 4 right there because that's going to work. I think it's going to be plumb pretty. Okay, let's put them on. Then we need to glue it. Ooh, let's put a little bit of ink on it first, though. Knock the white edge off of it because it's a white core paper. Ooh-wee. There's the thunder. Well, I got my lights plugged into a surge protector, so hopefully it won't be too bad. Oh, that's so pretty. Hush your face. Because I over glued it, so I got to get that glue off of it, you know. You know how I do. Ooh, look at that. Ain't that beautiful? That is plumb pretty. Just making sure the blings are on the butterfly and they ain't going nowhere. They want to wiggle, but that's just because that glue's still wet. Alrighty. I like that. Let's come here. Alright, just go in there. Sometimes you gotta talk to your stuff. I'm just gonna slip that right there. Okay, so that's done. So this piece is done. Ooh, look. Shut up. We can put this piece right here behind that. And that whole piece is done. Okay, I'm going to lay that over there. Alright, so now this, I'm going to put on this one here. I'm going to put it right here like this. And gonna put something down the side of that there. I got a real pretty lacy, real pretty yellow lace bit that I want to put on that. I may have to go get it too, now that I'm thinking about it. I know I should have had all this over here. I'm just going to fussy cut that a little bit better there. Get some of that white off of the bottom. And most of the time when I do that, as you can see, it's around the stems and stuff that's going to be really fragile until I use it. So when I'm adjusting my brother's scanning cut, I try to be mindful of that and do like sometimes I'll cut it right up to it if all of it's going to be in a bunch. But if it's going to leave stems and pieces like this out by itself, I'll try to do like a 1/4 inch border around it, so when I get it and put it in my little pouches, that stuff doesn't break off. Alright, so I'm going to put that down right there. Oopsie. Okay, so now I like that. Let's see, what do we want to put on you? I don't know. We'll figure out something. Got these little music stickers. I don't think none of them runs up and down though. I think they all run long ways or horizontal. Yeah, they don't run vertical. It's all horizontal. Like this line of numbers, I can put that right there and put us a butterfly at the top of that. Oh yeah. Yep. I like that lot. And look, here's it looks like a moth. It doesn't really look like a butterfly to me. Okay. Come here, piece of paper. Yeah, and that would be, matching with our stuff here. There we go. Oh, yes. Ooh, yeah, I like it. We could probably still put a label down here, but I'm fine with that. Because actually, if you wanted to, you could write around that. Because, that's something I would do. Like a thankful gratitude journal type thing. Put what you're grateful on there. Put that day's date, and I'm grateful for the 3 things. That would be neat. Okie doke. So there's that one. I like that too. Alrighty then. So now let's see what else we got over here in our stack of goodies. So I was wanting to take and make this a belly band. And it's just, I know it washes it out really bad, but I'll put it up here so you can see it's like the washed out or rose. So I'm going to glue this on this book page. Just a little bit where like you can tell that it's a book page. on that side. I actually thought about doing it down the middle, but that's going to be too much. It doesn't really matter. Let's just cover the whole thing. Just cover the whole thing. So I cut this in, this piece here was a 12-inch piece. So I cut a piece to do the book page with. And then I'm going to make a pocket as well for like a neutral type journal. And like I said, I'm fine with just a little bit of the book page hanging out, not a lot of it. So I'm fine with that right there. So I'm going to trim this off because I can just save that piece and use that in a master board. And we got our belly band made from it. And then we just got this long scrap for our neutral master board. Okay. So now, what do we want to put on that? Now, I was thinking about putting this on it, like just in the middle. And put like put some bling across it or lace of some sort. Here's this. It's this here stuff. This may be a little too much for it though. Yeah, I think that's going to be, so it's basically, it's like a broken necklace. And then you have this here. I think that would be more for like a bride type journal. And then I got this where I can make dangles off of it. Shut up. My sister gave me all that stuff there. So now can we do, I don't like that on there. I don't like that on there. A little too much. But I tell you what I do like. I bought me some of these hair bows here. Little kitty clips. So I thought we could tear them apart. Just like so. And put these on things. That's what I'm thinking. Heck yeah. It's just hot glued on there basically. And then, you know, you could put that always to hold something on your papers. That was my thinkings anyways. And I'll just pinch them right here. I'm going to go ahead and tear this one off too. While I'm at it, I might put it on my envelope. Or, yeah. Well, it's not an envelope. It is a pocket. So I was going to take and do like half of the, leave the book page on the side. And then I was thinking about putting a bow on it somehow, way or another. That may look ugly, but we'll figure that out when I get to it. But yeah, those little clippity clips. Ooh-wee. The sky is not happy tonight. What do we think about that? I actually like that. It's a bit much, I know, but here we are, being a bit much. And then they had blue ones too. These came from the Dollar Tree. I'm really not liking that at all on there, to be honest. We may move that somewhere else. You know, actually, you could take this And we put it at the top and make out a long skinny tag. I need some long skinny tags, don't I? Well, there it is. It's my long skinny book page tag. How you like that? So I got something over here that's white on the back that we can put on that. Well, look yonder. There we go. And it's dark on that side. We can actually put that on it. And I would be fine with that. Let's do this real quick. Let's just scuff it up a little bit. Using up our scraps is what we are. These are things that I had cut off of stuff, and I just had it here for like note making for myself if I needed something or something like that. Right at my hand. Alright, let me size this up again. So I'm going to do it like this. Leave a little bit of the book page showing over there on that side. And I need to do this right here. Oh, I can't tear that. That is, well, let me do it this way. Maybe I can. There we go. Good job, us. Good job. That was off some background pages when I did the black and pink Paris Rose Journal. Whoopsie. That's my stamp off paper. I don't need that over here. I don't need that over here in the way. Okay, so now let's clip this and this. We got ourselves a tall, skinny tag. I think I like this one better because the top piece is wanting to stay open a little more than that other one there is. What we think about that? I think so. Let me see if I can put this down with this white glue here. Probably not. It's probably going to need to be Fabri-Tacked up. But I think, because this is Elmer's all-purpose glue, and it works with fabric, you just got to put it down and leave it alone and not mess with it, you know, and I'm not good at that. Because I want to keep messing with it to see if it's stuck, and, you know, and I'll pull it up, and then, of course, you know, it's not stuck, so. And then there I am just, you know, messing with it. Okay. So I am going to lay that off to the side and leave it alone and let it dry. And then hopefully by the time we do this is what we did at the end of the video, that will be dry and stuck. And I'll be happy. Okay. So that was way off of the plan of what I had planned to do with it. But it turned out good, didn't it? So let's put that up here. Put that up here. That's wet. It goes over there. So try to keep all the wet things over here to my left, because I'm bad to, you know, be like, ooh, you know, the thought hits me and I'm just, ooh, my house is popping. That is not good. That means the wind is up and blowing like crazy. Will that look good on there? If I cut it in half and put that on there and then have that one, let's do that, because this is too big. It's too big to visualize, because it's like it's choppy, you know what I'm saying? So we're going to chop it in half anyways. It's too big. So let's see, how big are you? It's 8.5, so it's the whole size of the page. So we're going to cut it at 4 1/4. 4 1/4. Yeah, see, And that works perfect. Then we can just put some here, and then we can put that on this. 2 separate little journal cards, or tuck spots, actually, if you would like. So see, that would be a good little pocket. Why don't we just make it a pocket? Quit overthinking it. Let it be what it wants to be, honey. See what I'm saying? Just let it be what it wants to be. It wants to be a pocket. See, it's perfect size. 4 1/4. It wanted to be a pocket. So now it's going to be a pocket. Okay, so we're going to let you be a pocket. And I pulled some washies that I thought would just be good and neutrally to work on things, just to keep over here at my desk. So I wouldn't have to keep getting up and running over every time I wanted to be like, ooh, that would look good with a piece of washi on it. You know what I'm saying? So now, do we want to put you as a tuck spot as well? Yes, why not? And we'll just put that on there like so. Ooh, I love that. That looks good. We're going to dust the edges just a wee bit, not a whole lot. Just a little bit. Because I do like the bright contrast of the white. So it draws your attention to it. I just want to give it a little bit of an outline. And I hope that everybody is enjoying the ephemera making that we're doing. And like I said, I should have thought and done a hashtag, you know, make ahead May or make it up May or something like that. And that's basically kind of what I'm doing. But so I wasn't even worried about it. Wasn't worried about hashtagging it or nothing, but that's what we're doing. Just a little ephemera making for the month of May. And actually, Kathleen Moeller, I can't, I'm not sure how she pronounces her name, but I think it's Kathleen Maller or Moeller, either one. She is doing a some type of form of Stack Your Stash series, of where you would go, you know, and look at all the things that you bought, you know, with intentions of making something, and, you know, using that stuff. I'm not sure exactly what her challenge is, but she did a challenge for the month of May. Not exactly sure what her challenge is called, but I'm pretty sure it's Kathleen Maller. Maller or Moeller. I think it's Moeller because it's M-O. So it should be Moeller, you know. I guess it depends on what part of the country you're from. Put something down that. Let me see if I got some kind of sticky bit in here that I would like to use on that. Look, there's book page. Would that look cool on that? If I was going to do that, I might as well just use my washi tape. Here, let's put this. That's neat. Let's put this little sticker bit on it. And that is plum crooked. Good gracious. What was I looking at when I was trying to stick that down? Sideways. That's what I was doing. Plumb sideways. Put me a butterfly over there. That's one I'm about to do. Look, here's this one. Look, May. And if you don't like the white roundness of the washi sticker, you just hit it a little bit and then you can't even tell it's there. I actually like that. That turned out quite cute. Okie dokie. I'm happy with those bits and pieces. So that is a journal card, or it's a journal card, or you can put it in, because see, it's also could be a tuck spot where you just glue here and here, and you can angle that corner, or you can just leave it the way it is. And then we got a pocket out of that big piece. So there we go. Good job. All right. I know I'm working through this a little fast. So I think I'm going to put the two torn edges over here together and do that with that. I don't want to ink around this or nothing. I'm just putting it straight down because I think I want that to be a pocket. Oh, come here. So I think I want this piece to be a pocket. I know I'm using like neutrally type base things at the moment. And I don't know if I'm going to make a neutral journal or what. Maybe. I gotta wipe my fingers. I got sticky all over them. Okay, now this looks awful crooked, and it is awful crooked. So we're just going to straighten it up a little bit. Put it on my cutter over here and straighten that one side up because it's way crooked. There we go. So that's going to be about 4.5 inches. I make a good size pocket, and I love the little book page sticking out around it. And if you can see up close where it's not washed out, that is the rose background on that. And you know what I was thinking? Remember this cluster we made the other day? Shut your face. Ooh-wee. Ooh, I like it. Okie doke. That works for me, buddy. I like it. So I'm going to round these corners. I don't know why I like my pocket corners rounded. I just do. It's a preference. It don't, you know, you don't have to do it. I just think it makes it look a little more finished, a little more smooth. I like the bottoms of my tags and journal cards rounded as well, just for the simple fact that they slide in and out of pockets easier with the rounded corners. And I love this jaggedy edge over here. And now I wish I would have done that jaggedy edge like that. We can still do it. Look, see? Still do it. Ooh-wee. Now, we made this cluster, I don't know, a couple of days ago. Just off of an off-cut piece that was left. And I really, really like that. Wow, that's pretty. So that could be a little hint of color in a neutral journal. And if we wanted to, we could put it on as a belly band. But I don't think I want to. It's just being a bit extra. It's a bit much. But, you know, sometimes I do stuff like that because I am a bit much and extra. But, yeah, that would be cute. Because this is like a 110-pound cardstock. And we made a cluster masterboard off of a... And we just took the offcut from the masterboard and made us a cluster out of it. And I'm just going to center that right there. And that's all that needs. Oh, wow, that turned out good. And see, that's why I want to get some clustery bits made. Just that. I can sit and do that all day long and make just beautiful, beautiful pockets. You know, like these pieces right here, where I make my tags and journal cards. Boom, put a piece of lace down. You know, a wider scrap piece of lace, put a trim down, and a butterfly. Basic formula for a cluster. And it's beautiful. Ooh, that is pretty. Is it straight? Nope. Because I keep messing with it. Stop messing with stuff. Ain't you learned to quit messing with things? Okie doke. There we go. Alright, so now our next piece. Now this is, you know, plain Janie on this side. You can write on it and you can see the book page through it. And basically what it was it's a book page. There was no writing on this, so I folded it in half. I'm going to take this and cover up the writing on this side. So now you can make something on here, make a pocket. And then on this side, you can write on it. I thought we could use these as journal cards. I got a couple of them like that. Now this one is a couple of pages that are glued together. So I thought that would be a really good journal card. And then, like I said, on this side, I was going to take and just put that over the writing. And then that's going to be the journal card. I'm going to leave that number so you can write on this. And I love that you can see the book page through it, the print. And then we'll put something on this to make this decorative. If I can get the words to come out of the mouth, would be awesome. Now also, we can do this like like this little pocket here. You know, put you some backgroundy pieces down. This is a little thinner, so I think it might be, but I want to save that, so I'm going to make it a decorative piece. Now watch this bit here. So see this big piece here? We can put that on there, and I think that actually, let's hold it up to the light. I think that would cover up the words. Actually, it sure enough would. So I'm going to cut that out and put that there. And this one, I may be able to save these two scrappy pieces. Oh, good gracious. I might be able to put that one. Yep, that one would cover up those. So let's cut them out and do that like that. And I'll save them scrap bits for when I actually need them for something. I'm going to put these back in my blingy bin for now. Put them back up in the bling. Get my scissors. We'll cut these two bits out, and then I'll check the time. Oh yeah, we got time to do these right quick. Like, I'll check the time and see what we got going on. Now, it has like a gray outline on this, and I'm kind of going around that on that one, just because I need to make sure, yeah, that it's going to cover up. I actually like that. So there's a journal card. Yep, it's going to be a sideways journal card. I like that. Okay, this one here, I need to cut this one out. And I'm sorry if I'm out of camera, but I gotta look at it without the lights glaring on it so I can see the line to cut. Because if I hold it up in the camera, it seems like I got a shadow of my scissors. Does that make sense? That would make it real pretty journal card as well. I may pull that one out and put it on one of these taller pieces over here. So I'm just going to go ahead and cut that. And I'll lay it over here to the side because I got all kinds of bits and pieces. Now these bits and pieces came from Lynn Art Studio Vintage French Journal Ephemera. And that's all I put in. I just put French ephemera junk journaling, and it was $1. And I mean, it's just page, but you can print as much as you would like to of it, because you know you bought it and that. But I mean, it's just a bunch of pretty labels and stuff. Oh yeah, see, that would work perfect right there. See what I'm saying? Heck yeah. All right, so now, you know what I'm going to do to this right here? I'm going to dust this up around the edges, just because I think it would look better than that off-white of the book page. Oh yeah, that makes that pop a little bit better, don't it? Heck yeah, it does. I know I'm answering my own question. Heck yeah, it does. And now this is 20-pound copy paper. I've been on a kick of printing my fussy cuts on 20-pound copy paper, like cut aparts like this. But now, like if it's pockets and tags and envelopes and stuff like that, I will print it on my. I need to switch pages. I will print that on 65-pound cardstock, just so I don't have to back, and because I can print it on 65-pound cardstock, print on the back of my journal cards, tags, and insides of the envelopes and all that, and then, you know, not have to back nothing. Makes it a little easier on me making ephemera. Just trying to get that squared up, making sure I cover up all the lettering. Well, there's still some lettering right there, but that's okay. It's fine and dandy. Okay, so this is going to be a journal card, so we're going to round the edges. Then we'll ink this up. And I like that it's got the torn, jagged edge where we tore it out of the book when we were using it as a glue page. And then that just made that look plumb good, didn't it? I like that. That is awesome. It's upside down. The number's upside down. Oh well, that's all right. It's okie doke. Now this one I'm gonna leave the because I think it goes better with this card. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. Now this one, the white blanched, this makes it pop, the darker, but this goes better with that. So we're going to leave that white. Or the book page color, I'm going to leave it the way it is. I'm just going to ink the edge of this. And I'm not doing like a boom, boom, I'm just on the edge. You see what I'm saying? It's a difference of doing this and doing the edge. So I have noticed that a lot of people sit and do this here. I like, you know, I'm just getting the white core off of it. Okay. And I think that is, that's going to be pretty. Journal cards. I love that. Because I was looking through and I was like, oh, that's got a whole back you can write on. And I like the fact that the actual, you know, you can see the typed through it, but you can still write on it. You know what I mean? And it's like, that'll be a great little journal card of some sort. So then I went to finding pieces that I could possibly put on it and still keep it that way. Okay, did I? Yep. Heck yeah, that is awesome. I'm going to round the corners and ink this one up. I got so much static on this table. I don't know what's going on. Like every piece of paper I scrape off sticks right here. We'll ink this up. Now this I will smack down instead of just scrubbing the edge. I will smack down a little bit. Because if you take and scrape like this, so see, look, if you, I don't know if I can hold it. If you take and do that, see, it puts more on that. If you take and do, just go the edge, it just puts on the edge of it. There's a difference of edging it and then, like, you know, trying to ink the whole paper. And we'll use that glue stick. That's going to want to roll a little bit, so we gotta make it unroll itself. Okay, so there's that one. Now this is just a piece of book page that I'd cut down thinking I was going to make it into pockets, and I declined to do so. And I've got like 2 of them the same size. And I debated on whether to actually make them journal cards and put something on them. But see, you got writing spot on the back, so we're going to make them journal cards. And I'm just going to put the floral bits on there and leave the words in the background. And that is what am I going to do. And the good thing is I sat here and picked all this out last night and stacked it up here. So I could hopefully get through more than just, you know, the covered envelope. I was like, them for people that sit there and watch me just make one covered envelope, really. I bet they're so mad. But I mean, it was a lot. I mean, you know, we did a master board to make the journal cards and stuff, and you know, all the decorating bits and stuff. It goes in that that envelope, and I'm just dusting the little white bits in here to knock that down a little bit. So see, I'm going to do that and make that a little journal card, or that could be a little pocket too. Let's see, 4 1/4, but see, it's got that, so I don't want to waste that. I'm going to use it to my advantage and make it a journal card. Yes, you are. Stop talking yourself out of it. Because I'm pretty sure that I've got some rose ephemera that I'm thinking about doing, like the yellow rose ephemera from Ginger Journals, her fussy cuts. And, you know, most of her ephemera, and that's what this is. It comes from Ginger Journals, all of this did. And it is Vintage Rose Fussy Cuts on Ginger Journals. That's where all of this stuff come from, all of these rosy bits. And so I know she's got a yellow rose fussy cut kit, and I can go reprint these and pull out the yellow roses or what have you, and put them on 65-pound cardstock, and then have, you know, just the rose bits as my tuck spots. Kind of like I did with the lemon journal. I printed out just her lemon fussy cuts and made those made the lemons the actual tuck spots in the journal. And so there's us a journal card with that book page. Love that. So now I want to put a label here and a label up there. Labels. Label. I might try to pick something that's got a little color on it, maybe. Yeah, let's do a little bit of colorization. Ooh, look, there's me a 3. Bound to be, because I got 3 children's, and I'm going to put number 3 on there. Right here in the corner. And the fact that I just opened it up straight to that. Look, I got fussy cut flowers like that. put this timeless sticker over here. We'll leave a little bit of ink around that because that light's showing up a little bit. Do this one here too. There we go. Journal card. I've got this one here. I want to do this one here too. I'm kind of wanting to put this where I thought I was going to be able to keep the number, but I don't think so. Okay, let's do this. I'm just in a ephemera making frenzy tonight, y'all. Oh, it's an hour. Dang on. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. We'll do this one and then we'll finish because now I'm back down to my stacked envelopes. And I did see a video. You remember the stacked belly band that I did out of the book pages? I did see a video today, and it's like from 5 years ago of Pam at the Paper Outpost. She did something like that, but I didn't see her video until today. So I do want to say, you know, that she was the first one that, you know, that I know of that would have done that. But she made hers, instead of, you know, like folding the papers in half, like long ways like I do, and then stacking them and cutting them. She actually took the book pages and folded them in half. So, like, she took her book page. We're just going to pretend that this is a book page. It's a stamped piece of paper. Okay, but she took her book page and she folded them like this and made pockets like that out of a single book page. Now, my book page double stacked thing that I did, I just was using my glue page where I took and, you know, we glue on it and we fold the page in half and I just cut them down. But so she probably was the originator, and I just saw her video today, but I did want to mention that I saw it. So, and it was from 5 years ago that she did that video. That's Pam at the Paper Outpost. Look, I'm going to put these little round stickers here, like it's little airmail. If I can get them off of here. Put that one down here in the corner. Put this one up here. And I need to cut this off. Now see, this one doesn't have a writing spot on the back. That's okay, because guess what? We got these right here. So I can take and put that on there, and that'll be my writing spot for that one. Yep. I'll just glue that on there, and that'll be our writing spot for that journal card. And I need to round it and glue it, and it'll be done. And then we can get off here. I'm going to do a quick recap of what we've done today. Oh my goodness. I'm going to slide this over a little bit just so you can see some of the book page. But, you know, the letters are upside down. That's quite all right with me. I don't really care about that. And I'm fine with the tore edge around it. Oh my goodness. I'm just going to fold this over. Those things work pretty decent as glue pages. Oopsie. Trying to get my area straightened up and cleaned up a little bit so we can pull all of our stuff back out over here and do our show and tell at the end of the video, you know. I think that's all my bits and pieces. Oh, I'm gonna round the corners. You always put the rounder up before you need it. And I think that turned out cute too. We did a whole bunch today, y'all. I'm trying to get that double edge there where it's tore pretty dark, just for the texture bit of it, you know. There, and that's a double-sided journal card. Made it look like it was a little airmail. That is so cute. I may take and get my postmark or postcard stamp, and that would fit on here and be perfect, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's cute. Then we did this one. And it's, you know, and these were all made with book page. And so then we had this with the cut aparts. And that. So you can write on that. So that's all the journal cards. And then we did this pocket, made it from the cluster with the book page. And you just glue, you know, in the normal shape. That, I love that. That is absolutely beautiful. It's kind of like a, I don't know what you would call that, periwinkle blue maybe. And then this one, we made, all of this was made from the cluster board. Because it was too tall to be a journal card. So I decided to make it a pocket and a journal card. So there's those bits. All that is on there. Shut up. Heck yeah. So this is our tall skinny tag with our hair bow accessory that we tore apart from the Dollar Tree. It's not quite dry, but it is on there. And then we back that. So you can write on the front and back of it. And the reason why I wanted to do that was, remember our bags that we did the other day? Now watch this. Oh, if I can get the bag open. Now see, look. How stinking cute is that? That is cute. Oh, it's cuter than I thought it was going to be. So I'm going to leave that in that. And so then you pull it out and you write on that. That is plumb cute. And it fits in there perfect. Shut up. All right, we'll leave that in there. In that one. Okay, so then we did this bit. Journal card. Put our focal point and our butterfly and that on there. That turned out pretty. I love that. Okay, so then here's the big project that we did yesterday. So we finished up this journal card, put our pull tab on it, inked it up. It goes in our pocket here. And we did this journal card, put the tab on it, inked it up. And that one goes over here. This wraps around the page. Going to be as, you know, made like it's going to be like a tab piece on a page. So then we have this journal card here that's going to be on this side. I like that with the music up. I may put a small little something on there that looks naked. And then we made this journal card with the butterfly and the focal point flower out of our big master board that we made yesterday. Shut up, look at that. That is pretty. I love it. I'm thinking about putting some little tassel things on that, maybe. I might do that. And tassel things, I mean, you know, like, I'm going to take these journal cards and stick them down in this pocket here. So I know that they go with this, you know what I'm saying? And that's how I keep it together. So yeah, we did a bunch today, y'all. I'm pleased with this. And that is just too stinking cute. I love that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. We finished 13 pieces today. That is awesome. Thank y'all so much for watching and putting up with my nonsense on a day-to-day basis for the returning viewers. I'm greatly appreciative. That is a cute little packet. Now, this right here is about a whole bunch of ephemera. Ooh, that's a little fat to go in there, ain't you, buddy? Well, we're going to do this. There we go. It'll work that way. So that's a whole lot of ephemera right there, y'all, that we've made up in a couple of weeks. And I just had a ball doing it. Using book page, of all things. So there we are. That's our ephemeras that we've been making. That is just too fun. Alright, I'm going to get off here, quit bragging about myself, and we will get the video uploaded, and I will see y'all tomorrow. Have a good night.